Hi, and welcome to the ASHBURTON. I'm Ronny Dahl, and this is our epic adventure throughout the heart of the Pilbara, from the coast to the centre of the Hamersley Ranges. This is episode 1, Chasing the Ashburton. Our journey begins in the far north of WA, in a town called Onslow. I'm travelling with my good mate Torbs, Dylan and the camera crew. We heard rumours of spectacular displays of Mother Nature at the river mouth of the Ashburton that must be seen to believe. Our goal is to chase the Ashburton to the river mouth and witness it with our own eyes. Curiosity is the drive of episode 1.
We're on the dirt.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
22k, mate. We got hopefully a river crossing to do that we can actually cross because we had a lot of rain lately.
Hopefully it's not too deep.
Snorkel testing coming.
There's a lot more than just a snorkel test coming up. We are towing for the first time with a Hilux, and all these other things we've attached to it is essentially the maiden voyage as it is now. And that river from the driver's seat looks pretty full, but we won't know until we get there.
But wait, oh my god.
That's not a river crossing.
Is that mud there in front of us?
Yeah, that's water. They need a ferry for that.
Holy dooly, what time does the barge come?
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of build up there.
If this is what the river looks like here, imagine what it looks like flowing out to the ocean. It will be epic to see that.
Well, the Ashburton is flowing hard. There is no way in the world we're crossing this. We can't cross it. We need a barge for this one. This is what it normally looks like. Even like the depth indicators are underwater. Our alternative route now is going to take us about a 100k round journey to get around the Ashburton River, unfortunately. But that's all part of the fun. Would have been nice to cross here, but this is crazy.
The beauty and the forces of Mother Nature on display. This is the Pilbara in wet season, and you ain't seen nothing yet.
Just a hot tip here for you. We all like to camp near rivers, that's fine, but never ever camp in the river bed, because overnight it could rain somewhere else, hundreds of kilometres away, and you could get swept out to the ocean, especially in wet season. Don't camp in the riverbeds. This wasn't like this about a week ago, and it's actually getting higher. 100 k's to do 400 metres.
Why don't we send the camera car first? They can test it. Well, next time, if the camera car's your car, I'll allow it. Yeah, back up guys, we'll give it a crack.
Chicken.
We have crossed the Ashburton River and we are now travelling along the dust plains, heading towards the beach. Still a fair way to go though.
Well. What was that, 2.5 hours to get around?
A short detour.
Yeah, not far off.
Onto the beach.
Yeah, where is the beach? We're miles from the beach.
That way.
Anyway, that way.
Anyway,
that way.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Just circle backwards.
The roads were turning into tracks, and with the beach getting ever so slightly closer, it was time to air down. 20 psi is on the cards for now. So far the Hilux has towed quite well, but it's time to get a bit more serious, and we haven't actually towed with the Hilux on the beach yet, so the true test is still to come.
We're almost at the beach. The Ashburton River has actually been up here at some point. These tracks have stopped here, so people obviously made the wise decision not to go further. How was it around there?
Yeah, it's a little bit slick, but it's not boggy. It's very hard, firm base underneath. This is probably the worst bit.
Okay.
Hard as there.
Did you get to the beach? All terrains and trailer and very light end on the Hilux. Let's see how we go. We'll go to low range. And we'll go to second low. Oh, it feels pretty firm actually.
It may seem like we overanalyze the situation, but I stress you gotta check out the situation, especially when there's a wet, muddy track. You never know. We've sunk to the sills before. Turns out this one had nothing to worry about. Anyways, we are at the beach now, and we finally get to test the Hilux with towing on the beach, and more importantly, we are at the river mouth. The whole reason why we went out here in the first place.
How hard's the sand?
This seems pretty solid.
So
Oh, look at the driftwood down there.
Holy That's huge. Why is it, how's it sticking up like that?
Hey Torbs, check out the driftwood up ahead.
That's some big driftwood.
Never mind the driftwood, have a look at the Ashburton mixing with the ocean. That red silty water hitting the ocean. This is absolutely amazing. Wow. Mother Nature.
Pretty amazing sight down here. All that brown water from the Ashburton merging with the ocean. Never seen anything like it. This is pretty cool. We drove right to the end after a bit of peer pressure.
You're going down on the passenger side.
Stay in the middle.
It's a bit waterlogged, eh?
Yeah.
Not sure I want to go all the way out to the point.
Oh, you're good now. I can see the colour in the sand.
It's soaking wet in the sand. Once you get too low, the water comes up. Because that river's right there, it's actually flowing through the sand as well, back out to the ocean.
Oh.
Oh, whatever you do, don't stop down there. You brought water up.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That was cool.
Alright, don't drive down there.
Don't stop down there.
Oh, you know why? The water is higher on this side than it is over than that bank. That's why. So any pressure down here, you can go down pretty quick. It's pretty windy though, so the weather's not really playing the game for us. Finding a campsite on the beach is probably not going to be a good option. We're going to head back up that way and try and duck in and find some shelter. But we are trying to get to a place called Secret Creek. That is where we're going to head to next, hopefully, because we never know what we're going to encounter with this amount of water up here. Let's go find out.
We appear to have hit yet another dead end.
Not having much luck on this beach. We're gonna have to go back in and around, but Dylan has insisted in having a look over here where it's shallow, but I don't like the sounds of driving through seawater. We have done one massive detour already today, or two in fact. We might be up for a third. Definitely not crossing there, definitely not. It's quicksand and mud. Got the skid row out. This is a device for when you get bogged, or not just when you get bogged, but also when you want to park up on the beach or something. This will assist you in moving your trailer around because the jockey wheel would dig straight into the sand. All our cooking stuff is on the windy side, so we're going to spin it around. What I just did was use the airbags to level out the trailer.
Torps found the height of the sink quite amusing. I'll leave that to your imagination. One thing I love about having a camper trailer is the fact that we can knock out breakfast, dinner real fast, in a flash, and keep the crew nice and full. This morning we're having BLTs.
Top of the morning to you. We just left the campsite. Now we were going to go for a swim down there, but Torp spotted the bull shark. He reckons he saw one, so no one really wanted to go for a swim then. It's a bit muddy down there too, but we are off to a freshwater hole today. It's called Emu Creek, but we're just going to go to the end of this trail to see what it's going to provide us with, probably the river mouth, hopefully.
And that's exactly what the trail led us to, the beach, which was perfect because it was low tide, so this gave us the opportunity to exercise a shortcut along the beach.
We've got two octopus here. There's a little guy here. Now the tide's going out, so he's going to be very exposed soon. And there's another one over there. The thing he's got to watch out for out here are stonefish. Even Torp's wearing thongs out there. Those barbs are going to go straight through your feet. And box jellyfish. Come to Australia. Swim in the Northern Ocean. Nah, generally you'll be alright. Hey Torps, should we go over to gents?
Hell yeah.
I'll check this one out.
I think I just found the soft pocket.
Going down there. It's like a razorback.
There are some rules of driving on dunes. Only drive on them if there's no vegetation. Number 2, always check before you blindly go over the edge, because you could be facing something like this. And this is what we call a razorback.
That's him.
Back end's looking good.
Everything's coming back at us.
Oh, Tobbs.
I don't think you realise how close he was.
Wow, I didn't even see that razor edge.
I was about to let you know.
I think my back wheel roosted sand right on the edge of it.
Yep. Oh, we're finding the soft bits.
And that's enough fun for now. Time to look for the way out.
Yeah, like straight through here. You want to have a look first on foot?
Yeah,
Oh my god, really?
we'll suss out a route.
I reckon we're in the wrong line here.
You have to come over here.
I reckon here.
Yeah, it's either there, it's a bit of a drop, or you can almost run straight through here. Either way, you're going to have to, because that was the track, but she's a bit blown over.
Yeah, I know, but I just because of that, I want to emphasise we've got to use the track.
Yeah, I reckon if you drop in right there.
Yeah, turn into it down,
Yeah.
and then once the trailer drops down, hook it straight up. Easy. Man, notice the camera car every now and then. Here it comes.
The 79 series will be the camera car for the entire trip up in the Ashburton, so you may see it every now and then. And you might also see me comparing the Hilux to the 79 as we go.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's close to that vegetation there.
Yeah. Bit more to you. Yep. Follow that down. Yep, turn in. Grit.
What, did you see the trailer?
Yep. Yep, just don't stop. Straight. Beautiful. Oh, don't do it.
Oh!
All because I had a slight hesitation at the top.
What do? Yeah, mate. Definitely put my windows up, dude.
Yep, I think it's wise.
Here we go.
Yep, you're on now. Commit. Nicely done.
I doubt Torbs would have needed the max tracks at all anyway, but while you got them out, you might as well leave them out.
It's been a hot morning. So with recovery devices, it's not always about recovery, it's preventative measures of recovery as well. I did hesitate at the top, but just 2 tracks in, off we go, rather than having to get all 4 or 6 tracks off and actually dig ourselves out. So if you start feeling like you're going down, especially when you're towing, just stop. Try and go backwards and forwards. I tried that, didn't quite work. The trailer was too far over the edge. Sorry, mate. I think we need that water hole now, eh? Emu Creek, here we come.
That was a cool little beach run. We've just popped up over the dunes and we're back on the tracks, enjoying the corrugations after a nice soft beach. and we're on our way to Emu Creek. Now, Ronny mentioned that one of the locals said the old Onslow town site is out this way. So we're going to scoot out there and have a look. Apparently there's quite a few old ruins, which would be cool to see because I like that sort of stuff. See how they lived back in the day. Because they lived hard, that's for sure.
The best remaining building that's here is the police station. We're rolling up to it now. You can still see all the palm trees from people's backyards and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
Tropical.
The mechanics is cheap, though.
That looks epic.
Just came out of one of the 3 prison cells that are in here. Now this was extended, there's some more prison cells outside, but this was the yard, the exercise yard, the only time they got to walk around. And down here, you'll see a big ring, big steel ring, which is still here. This is where they would chain their prisoners so they could get their yard time. And this was the only time they would get outdoors, because there's no roof here now, there was no roof back then. But what there is to stop people from climbing the walls and trying to escape is all that glass lined up all the way around, embedded into the concrete. That would not be a good time. The only 2 remaining ruins here, or buildings that still look like buildings, is the police headquarters, or the station, and the prison, which I just came out of before. Early release. Alright, so this town site was established back in 1885, but was abandoned in 1925 because it was too difficult to load up ships because of cyclones hitting the jetty constantly, because there was a big jetty out there, and also getting the ships around the Ashburton River. Because when there was huge rain, all this silt would be washed down the river, out into the ocean. And as you saw just yesterday, when the Ashburton met the ocean, you could see how much silty water was out there. It's quite incredible. So because of that, they decided to move the town site just over yonder, about 8 k's away, as the crow flies. So the main reason why Onslow was first established here, or gazetted in the first place, was because this place served all the wool stations, where they had all the sheep. That was the main export. And this was in fact the main export all the way up to the 1960s. Beyond that, they started focusing more on tourism. And that is the reason why we're here today, to check out the old historic sites and to see what Onslow has on offer and all the surrounding areas, being the Shire of Ashburton as well. So we got a lot more to see and a lot more to do. So we're going to hit the road and head off to Emu Creek, that waterhole which I've been promising the boys and you guys. Let's do it.
What happens next, you will not believe until you see it. Stay tuned for episode 2 of the Ashburton. Until then, see you next time.